We're shooting promos. Beisel Brothers podcast. Let's just start doing some segments.
Yeah.
Why don't you boys tell us your story?
Well, I guess it was 10 years ago. I was working at my uncle's HVAC shop at the time. And I remember playing the British Open 2015. Discovered this thing called DraftKings. I was kicked off so many sports books at this time. Bodog, I was kicked off of Interaction. Like, there wasn't that many options back then. But found DraftKings, ended up finishing 90th because Mark Leishman quadded 17. Podrick Harrington also pissed himself. Dude, that fucked me.
Why were you kicked off all the books?
Because my style. So back in the day, 365, the live betting was so behind that I would just let the guy hit the home run, like Ryan Howard, wind blowing out, hit the center, that make the bet, bang, the ball was already gone.
But they wouldn't change critical lines. Like on 365 now, if you look at the team totals, they'll just keep it like 17 forever. They'll just make you take the under. But back then, they would just change to 60 for like critical points that actually land on. So like it was so easy to win.
It was so easy to win live, especially crazy.
What was it? Betway?
Yeah, Betway. That's
the best site to kill pill live if anybody uses that. But
so you'd just be watching games, waiting for shit to happen.
Yeah, and just unload. But look, we're talking unload, like 5-figure unload.
Yeah,
and they don't like that, right? So, and as you know, if you are successful or have a specific style, they'll just say like fuck you, essentially. So, anyways, found DraftKings.
When you're betting like $10,000 on a full count in a Padres game, are things breaking at Betway headquarters? Like, what happens?
I mean, when we were in the sports betting like syndicate, I remember we had 80 grand on the Rockies to score.
The greatest pick of all time.
80 grand on the Rockies to score
in one inning. Yeah, it was Charlie Blackmon, bases loaded. This is 2017.
Yeah.
And obviously he was a superstar back then.
So sorry to interrupt, but you could, with the bases loaded, bet on them getting a run in that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. We bet it. I think the count was 0-1. It was like what, minus 150.
Yeah.
Like, and we unloaded 80K. They paid, and they sent us a nice little note saying, like, fuck you. Yeah. So you got to be careful, right? So DraftKings is like poker, right? You can, if it's me versus you versus Randy versus everybody else in the room. So I'm not taking the book's money. I'm taking the actual. Just your money, because we're playing poker, right? They just take the rake. So I was like, this is cool. I'll be good at this. Obviously, I had a horseshoe up my ass, won the whole thing. And
won the whole thing? What do you mean?
Won $1 million.
$1 million?
$1 million.
USD?
Yeah.
Back when that shit meant something?
Exactly.
Yeah,
not when you go to the grocery store and just get bankrupt, right?
Exactly.
It actually counted back then.
Yeah.
So.
Damn.
And then I won another $1 million from ESPN, which I gave to 17 of our friends. So
how long between the two pots?
It was a week between the pots.
In 1 week, you made $2 million.
Yeah.
How old were you guys?
24.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I know. So, and then we got recruited into a gambling syndicate in 2017.
What's that look like? Two guys with fedoras show up at your door, like Men in Black type shit.
Even crazier.
I was crazier. Yeah. But everybody had a task.
Nothing after that.
Everybody had a task though. Like my task was NBA. Randy's was NFL, and college football.
We had tennis guys. We had every sport.
Guys from the U.S. doing college basketball. We had a team in Chicago doing NHL. Team in Sweden doing NHL. Like, it was crazy, man. Everybody had shared information.
Wow.
And we still share information. Like there's still a connection there, which is really cool. It makes you elite, because if I don't have time to beat tennis, but I'm going to trust the guy I've known for 10 years that has beaten tennis.
Wow.
Right. So yeah, then we got recruited, worked there for like 7 years. And now we're just taking the Cowboys last night. That's what we do now. And we're also part of sportspicks.ai as well. So,
you boys are involved over there. It's a tool that analyzes game data and makes picks.
Yeah.
Legit one.
Legit. Yeah. And
in a world full of fakes and dick pullers and scammers, this is actually one of the real ones out there.
Yeah. So, I do want to touch. I think we should lead into the last night's picks because it was a very juicy night. And you don't get sometimes when you have a one game slate, it's not juicy. But Dallas Goedert's props last night. Can we just touch on that? Let's touch on that. Yeah.
Touch on that shit.
So this what I love about gambling is I'm not a volume guy anymore. I don't actually believe in volume. I actually believe in quality over quantity. And last night, Dallas Goedert, that was probably one of the juiciest prop bets of all time. So yeah, this is why. Cover 3, Eberflus plays cover 3 actually the most in the NFL now. He played the second most. He played the second most last year, and in 2023, he played the sixth most. So combined, he was number 1 cover 3. And Dallas Goedert, when Brown and Smith are both playing, he gets 36% more target share.
Okay.
So last night, all I see all over Twitter is Brown with crying and clown emojis. And it's like, if you cared about your life and your wallet and probably your relationship with your wife as well, you wouldn't have bet on A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith last night. So
if you had, would your wife not leave you? Because that's a big concern.
Randy, what do you think? Would
she'll probably end up leaving you anyways, but it doesn't really matter. But
your wife's going to leave you. Is she going to leave you with money in her purse or penniless? That's on you.
Of course.
But the thing is, if you followed sportspicks.ai and this podcast, you would have known that A.J. Brown was the worst bet probably in the history of sports betting last night. So there you go.
So tell me about this prop bet that was the best bet.
So over 3.5. I mean, the guy averages 3.5 receptions.
Okay.
He averages 6.8 targets per game in this specific coverage. But the other guys go down. So Brown and Smith actually decrease. And if you know the Eagles offense, it's just Barkley, Brown, Smith, Goddard. Now Dotson is slightly involved, but it was all bullshit. He had one deep target. So cover 3 takes away deep targets. Well, who do you think is going to benefit? It's going to be Barkley and Goddard because it's all the checkdowns, right? So it's a very simple, streamlined, easy ass fucking bet to win last night. So now instead of getting into this is the problem, man. People are going to go home and they're going to say, because this is the problem I see because we're so old now, right? Once you get past 35, your wife yells at you for absolutely everything. You're a hero when you're young, right? But now you're not a hero anymore. So what we're going to do with sportspicks.ai and this show is we're just going to guide your cock to greatness. That's the whole point of this. So, and would you want to touch on the game last night too?
We found an interesting spot last night because we wanted to take Cowboys plus 8.5.
Yeah.
Because the bet percentages, everybody's on the Eagles is like 86% appeal to
our
Eagles.
Algorithm said that the Cowboys should have been a 5-point dog. So we're like, hey, perfect.
And the perfect part was we had such a great spot last night because Jalen Carr spit on Dak on the first play of the game.
Spit on him?
Come on. You didn't watch the game?
No.
You're watching Oilers
raw interviews from the second round of the 2025 Cup run.
You saw him spit first, right?
Yeah,
Dak spit on him first, like a little onto his toes, and then Carter got into his face and then Carter got into his face, and it was extended, and that was like right on the logo.
But it was so perfect because Jalen Carter is probably a top 5 defensive player in the NFL. And the Cowboys start midfield, and the spread only moved 1 point, 8.5, 7.5. Usually won't matter.
It's not a 6.5.
It's not like it went to 6.5 or 7, like a critical number. So we just put a G on 7.5. I was like, well, fuck, they're gonna spot him a touchdown probably. And the game, it was never in jeopardy ever, man. So
Jalen Carter, in our opinion, is probably worth at least 2 points.
Oh my god, more.
It's like when McDavid goes out, he's worth at least 75 cents on the money line. At least
when you're not playing.
Yes. Yeah,
I wouldn't say that much, but he's worth quite a bit.
Maybe 50 cents. Yeah.
So Jalen Carter disrupts everything. The holes. Javonte Williams. I mean, fantasy wise, had a great game, but Yeah, I don't know if he'll be the starter all year. I think that Jaden Blue's gonna be the starter. And Sanders, his fumble fucked the whole game up. So
Dallas could have won the game if they would have played a D+ game.
It was that classic case of the good team finds a way to win, the bad team finds a way to lose. That's kind of how I want that. That's how I took that game.
If I would have rated Dallas, remember Terry Jones in the Sun when he would rate the game? Like I loved that, man. That was like that was my favorite.
I read that shit every day.
Yep. And I love when he would grade the game, but he would give like F-. And I was like, this is amazing. Like a guy with balls to call these fucking guys out. Man. I'm not kidding. CeeDee Lamb, it could be the worst performance in NFL history. I'll go out on the limb and say it. He had 5 drops of right over 30 yards each, all to extend drives too. It wasn't like a first down. It wasn't 1st and 5 and they took a deep shot. He literally lost them the game outright.
He did.
Yep. These takes you clip, right?
Yeah, I mean,
this was a production meeting in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah, the funny thing,
those takes though, you clip that.
Oh
shit?
Yeah, this was the discussion at the table that I was sitting at last night too. It was CeeDee Lamb had a terrible one, but yeah, we'll drop these out there.
Those as their own 90-second clips.
Yeah,
we'll do numberinos.
Good,
but you know what's? Are we still going right now?
We can just talk as we want.
Yeah. You know, one thing that no one really remembers is his first drop was so fucking massive. It's only an 8-yard slant, but it was first down on they were on the 20. Yeah. He dropped. It would have been 2nd and 1. Easy fucking drop, and they kicked the field goal.
Yeah,
he fucked them so bad, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's like chess. If you've ever played chess against like Google or Stockfish as like the 2 best engines, it gives you a plus and minus on every single move you make. CeeDee Lamb, I know it's kind of like a weird reference. This guy literally minused them in every facet of the game. And he's just a cocky rat too, man.
Yeah,
fucking hate
I can't believe they didn't draw that play for Pickens.
I know, man.
That little wheel, he's fucking faster and has way better hands than him. Terrible, man.
I know.
It was just like I said, man. Every little facet added to that loss last night for Dallas,
and obviously Sanders fumbling on 1st and goal. Essentially,
oh man, they just found a way to lose. Like terrible. They should have won that game, man. Yeah. That was their chance with Carter out right at the beginning, like that, up 7. Yeah. That's brutal, man.
Yeah.
That's enough about yesterday. Everybody wants to make some money. So what happens tonight? Who's the Dallas Goddard for tonight?
There isn't one, unfortunately, but I do like Pacheco's rushing attempts tonight. I think they're gonna pound him tonight. Yeah. And
I think without Rashee Rice, he sees the ball a lot.
I think Kelsey to get fit. I know we don't like to bet yards. We're more reception, but Kelsey, I think it's line was 48 yards. Without Rice, he always fucks the Chargers.
And he's healthy too.
Yeah, it's the first game of the year. He's not all banged up,
It's like taking Tyreek Hill in week 1, although he is questionable. It's like it's like taking Julio Jones in week 1. He's an absolute freak. In the first 3 weeks, he'll have 400 yards and 30 receptions and 3 touchdowns. Then after that, he tails off because he gets hurt. Same with Hill. I think Kelsey's kind of that play.
He just got engaged his beautiful wife. So
I love his wife.
Oh, Travis Kelce engaged.
Yeah. I love his wife.
Yeah.
I live in a sex dungeon underneath my neighbor's garage, so I didn't get the news.
My girlfriend asked me to propose every day. So anytime anyone proposed, I just added pressure. That NCAA.
There's 6.5 billion people in this world. We can't all be engaged.
I know. It's like that crowd meter. It just keeps fucking going up and up. When you used to play in the swamp in NCAA 05, the fucking screen was just jiggling.
She's just looking at her feed of people getting engaged and looking at you and looking at her feed and looking at you. And
as soon as he proposes, more pressure on me. So, yeah. I think Kelsey, he's always done really well against the Chargers. So, I would probably actually lean Chargers tonight. Personally, plus on the 3.5.
Yeah,
the Chiefs never really blow anybody out. I know it's a new season or whatever, but I honestly think Denver is going to win the division, and I think the Chargers are going to win 10 games too. That division, that's the best division. I think there's 3 10, 11 game winners in that division. I think the games be close. I would lean Chargers plus 3.5. That'd probably be. Yeah, and we'll on games like this, like last night, we love the Cowboys plus 8.5 and found the perfect spot. The guy spit on Dak. They start at the 50. They scored in the first drive. Okay, perfect. We're spotted a touchdown.
pretty much the best defensive player in the NFL is out. That is a fantastic pick. And the Dallas Cowboys played one of the worst football games ever and still covered. So it was a very good pick. Tonight, it's going to be complete live. It could be Ladd McConkey's reception tonight. Just depends. Maybe he gets doubled. Maybe Keenan Allen the slot. I actually think Keenan Allen's a good play tonight.
His reception only 3.5, which is extremely low for him. It's not like he had a shitty year for Chicago, and he has so much chemistry.
There's another guy that is the injury bug bites him every year, but when he's healthy, he's an absolute stud.
Yeah. So even though he's old as fuck, he'll still be good. So
there's gonna be a lot of good tidbits on the show too. Like even last night with Elliott and Aubrey kicking, the long field goal we've really raked a lot of money in. Yeah,
explain.
Well, it's kind of odd because they don't really adjust for kickers, which is fine. Like I know it's a little bit random, but 46.5, 47 is usually the long.
That's how many yards the field goal is.
But the thing is the kickers, like this isn't like 2001 where like Morton Anderson was the best fucking kicker.
Yeah, the kickers with the one bar helmet
they
look like your dad.
Toe punted. Yeah, like this. I'm not kidding you guys. Elliott was good from maybe 75 last night. If you watched his field goal, it was like
these guys can kick now.
They still have not adjusted these lines.
I'm serious. If everybody looks at the NBA in the 60s, Jerry West, like, oh, you were playing against plumbers. Okay, we get it. Okay, you could say that about hockey guys smoking cigarettes in the dressing room. Now they're
You're pro or con.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is the kickers in the NFL are the biggest jump in talent in the history of sports, in my opinion.
I agree.
If you took kickers like Rob Baronis from 2000, he literally couldn't hit a 50-yard field goal.
50 used to be like, holy shit.
Yeah. These guys literally walk up there and just stroke
the way Aubrey kicks the guy in Dallas. Well, he's the best kicker. Like, it doesn't even look like his fucking foot is moving.
Just flicks it.
He just flicks it.
A lot of these guys are AFL guys.
There is some ass.
Those guys not only will kick that ball, they will knock you the fuck out.
You know who's punting a lot in college? It's all Australian 30-year-old dudes, man.
Yep.
I mean,
imagine those guys. They're legends in Australia.
Yeah,
they play their entire careers. Then they go to American college with
I'm
zero.
I'm sure they're not having fun.
Oh no!
I'm sure there's no nice women around.
No, with Aussie accents, and you're on the team, and you got NIL money,
and they're 30. I'm sure they're doing pretty bad.
They are vacuuming up the girls of America. I assure you.
That kid in Jacksonville kicked like a 74.
Cam Little,
like it's
74 yards.
It's crazy, man. So those bets, by the way, which will be on sportspicks.a, weather dependent.
Yeah.
Okay. Those picks are an absolute gold mine, man. And you can unload on them.
Yeah, we had a buddy, because we've been I actually just got my 365, which is fucking massive for this show. But our buddy Andrew, he lived with us. He actually played. He's a practice guy in the Eskimos. They won the Grey Cup in 2015. He literally made like 20 G's off field goals in 1 year, just betting $1,000.
Choosy domes, good weather.
He picked like 6 or 7, go 5 for 7 every week, man.
Single bets then, eh?
Yeah, just on over. It's usually 45.5 to 48.5. I don't think I've ever seen any higher. And I mean, these guys now, like they said, the talent in the kicking game is. I know it's very obscure.
It's like 60s NBA to like modern day NBA.
The niches make riches, right?
Yeah,
finding a niche, finding something that you understand and repeating, right?
And then a big way to win nowadays, you got to get a little obscure. If you're good at betting PWHL hockey, you'll be fucking rich, man. Like you just got to find those.
You won't
niches.
be rich, but you will make money because they won't allow you to be rich. They will kick your ass off.
You can still make $50K before you get kicked
absolutely
off.
You can.
We speaking of betting, we've got our first mega lock pick of the season. So the sportspicks.ai algorithm identifies games that are the 1 in 400 become a mega lock pick.
Oh wow! Okay,
and so subscribers can subscribe to the one pick. It's $50 US. If it fails to cash, you get a 1-month subscription to sportspicks.
I love it.
So if you're thinking about it and you're like, I don't know, is this going to work? You're getting 3 picks a day. Sportspicks.ai. You're getting a full analysis of the slate.
Yeah,
every game with a bet ranking. Yeah. Right. So last year our mega lock picks went 12-5.
Perfect.
So we've got this community of people that are hilarious and they're signing up quick because it's worked for them.
Yeah.
So the first mega lock of the season's for this Saturday. So make sure you swing on over and pick one up, subscribe.
Yeah.
If it doesn't cash, you get a month for free.
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
Start the season off with some AI on your side and let's make some decisions.
Yeah, AI has definitely played a fairly big part in the way that we bet. It's just another layer
tool.
of confidence. It's a layer of confidence, a starting point. Like even having like with our own algorithm, like having Dallas at a 5-point dog. It's like, okay, well, we have a 3-point lever starting. That's why we unloaded the G last night. We unloaded G 7.5 Dallas. Starting at the 50, best players out. They're probably going to at least get a field goal. So they're a free kicker. I'll kick a 65-yarder anyway. So we're being actually spotted at the bare minimum 6 points. That is a smart bet right there.
I think that the AI tool, sportspicks.ai, can give you the lead up to the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's one betting strategy.
Yes.
Once the game starts, you switch modes, right? You switch into your live betting strategy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Having multiple layers of people or AIs that you trust is massive nowadays, because that's the only way you're going to make money, I think, in the long run.
Yeah,
I think
looking at an NFL so heavily bet, I know a lot of people talk how it gets rigged and shit. I mean, there is definitely merit to that, but looking at the bet percentage is also massive.
Yeah, which feeds,
especially when like an example just for the people out there, like let's say the spread is 2.5. Let's say like a team's plus 2.5, and they've bet. Let's say the bet percentage is like 90% of the money and 80% of the tickets are on them, and the spread goes the other way. You know something's fucking up with that. So you guys look for those kind of things. Over unders are big for that too. Especially when lines move, like so when the line moves the other way, when everybody's taking something else, it naturally would go, the over under would go up, but it doesn't. It goes down because they're just trying to bait you, and you're probably going to lose. So that's another tool we use too. So
all factored in.
Yeah. So like
everything's factored in before the bets.
Like I said last night, Eagles were the 80% of money was on the minus. I think it opened at 7, went up to 8.5. So
even look at the bet boost, man. The bet boosts are also rigged, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. So tonight it's the Chiefs money line. So like, and they're gonna try to get their fucking money back from last night because they boosted the Eagles money line. I don't think
they got scared there.
Yeah, I don't think they
had like 80,000 people jump on that bet because they went from like minus 450 or something like that. Eagles money line to plus 100 at a max out. Like, so mine was maxed to $80. I knew some guys at like 20 or 40. Then I saw some that had like 400. They're the big
cash.
Oh yeah. But then it got they were sweating though because Dallas kept this so close. They were like, oh shit, if Dallas wins this, we're going under.
You know, I think if CeeDee Lamb catches, I know he dropped like 400 passes last night. It was the one that Dak just threw on a line. It was down like maybe
hit him in the head.
It wasn't the one where he lobbed it when he dove. It was the one before that. If he catch that, they lose that game.
Absolutely,
the Eagles lose that
game.
He could have been a 2-minute warning. They're on the 20. It's 4 downs. I don't think they would have been stopped.
No, definitely not.
Let me hit you boys with a basketball question.
Okay.
Switching gears. Bronny James, Bryce James. Dad's got them each by one arm, side of a cliff. LeBron's got both his kids. Sophie's choice. Who's he dropping? Bryce with the glasses or G League Bronny? Who's he going to let fall? Bronny made his money back in merch.
You think he's dropping Bronny?
Yeah, I heard Bryce is way better.
But this is the thing. Bronny looks identical to him. Bryce kind of looks like a nerd. He may be a better player. Yeah, man.
He's not going to be playing with no glasses. I hope.
Really,
Forrest Grant, tough. Buddy. He made the glasses.
No.
Yeah. He made glasses
in basketball. LASIK. You're the highest paid athlete in NBA history.
That's a very tough question. I was not expecting that. I'm gonna go Bryce money line for plus 200.
I think he holds Bryce. I think you kind of know what you have in Bronny.
Yeah, I'd drop Bronny, man.
Really?
You kind of know what you have in Bronny. Bryce is starting fresh.
Okay, so you're saying you're going up.
You don't think Bronny James is going to play in the NBA?
Oh, man.
He's been good in G League. He just had a heart attack, for fuck's sakes. Let the man bounce back.
Heart attack was like 2 years ago now.
Shit, man, you can't bounce back from a heart attack.
Oh, you bounced back at that age.
I know he's played in the NBA. I don't think he's going to like be a regular player.
No, look, 3 points in 20 minutes of play.
No, but it's
like respectable.
You know what I don't
You're building up from a base of strength.
Honestly, man, this might sound stupid, but I kind of feel bad for him, man. You know why? Because he scored a point every. Like, you guys ever see those handicap kids on the internet they're like throwing it up and they're waiting for it to bank in. And the kid's getting the old
and they're boosting him up, and he's
and then he scores all the cheerleaders and the kids
no.
cheering. It's a really nice moment for the kid, right? It's like that's literally what Bronny does.
I have a Bronny James jersey. Just like you to know. I ordered one and it came in.
You would be the guy that wears that shit, but like,
and then I wear it, and when people go, "Hey, that's funny," I go, "What do you mean?" And this has happened twice, and I go, "What do you mean?" And they go, "Well, you got a Bronny James jersey on." I'm like, "No, I have a LeBron James jersey on." And this guy was like, "You have a Bronny James jersey on." I'm like, "Is this why it was on sale?" And it wasn't on sale. Fuck you, NBA.com/Canada.
Yeah, no, it's I remember he got his first basket and the whole crowd in the bend, and it was like a fucking 40-point blowout. And I was like, this is
how many points does Gretzky's brother have?
Brent,
less
3.
than 10.
He is 3, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, I was
Can we look that up?
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think the highest scoring brothers in hockey.
Yeah, but he played for Dansbury. He's a
remember
legend,
when Ty Gretzky got drafted by the Chicago Cubs, and Wayne negotiated, I think, $1 million signing bonus.
Ty or Trevor?
Trevor, you're right. Trevor Gretzky.
Yeah.
And then I saw footage of a single A game he was playing in, and Gretzky Wayne was signing autographs like crazy. The point was the Cubs made their money back.
Yeah, totally.
Who is going to have a better career, Shedeur Sanders or Bronny James?
Shedeur, 100%, because he's way better.
You think he's going to be an NBA or NFL?
I actually do.
He'll get some. He'll get some opportunities because of injury.
Yeah.
At the very least.
This is what's going to happen with the Cleveland. Okay, this is what's going to happen. Flacco's obviously by far their best quarterback, but they'll be, fucking 4-9, and there's nothing to play for, and they'll insert Shedeur, man. Because Dylan Gabriel, I'm telling you guys here first, he is the worst player in the NFL, in my opinion. Dylan Gabriel is the worst actual player in the fucking NFL.
How tall do you think he is? Just on a side note.
Yeah, well, they just fucking bullshit, right? So it says he's probably 6. He's probably 5'7", but his head is so massive, maybe he's 5'9". But this is the thing, Dylan Gabriel, the fact that he was drafted in the NFL is a disgrace. And Shedeur is about 100 times better than him. So
100x better.
Oh my God, it's not even close, man. Like, anyways, we're not gonna get in. Peel don't even know who the fuck Dylan Gabriel is, anyways. But you guys can look that up. But he's
the backup in Cleveland.
Yeah, he's garbage, man.
The guy with the office right down there might have something else to say though. He's a big Cleveland guy.
What's the other Sanders? Shiloh Sanders. What's the other brother?
Well, he punch somebody, get kicked off the team, the Bucks.
Yeah, he punched somebody on the field. Which,
come on.
If his name's not Sanders, it's probably not that big of a deal because that shit happens all the time.
And
but
now he says he's gonna have a music career.
Yeah, they cut him, and he's like, well, if NFL doesn't work out, like hopefully it does, but if not, I could do this, this, and this.
Did you see that Shedeur made $14 million on his jersey sales? He personally, because they sold $250 million in Shedeur Sanders jerseys, and his cut through the NFLPA is $14 million.
Well, that's like the Ball brother, man. He didn't make the league, and he's a rapper, right? So
look, Tweaker is a good track. That shit slaps.
It does actually.
He's a very lazy performer.
Yeah,
I would never want to witness a Ball brother rap.
Yeah,
his brothers out there, but the track, the original one they put out wasn't quite mixed as well, but the second version of Tweaker, slaps.
Yeah.
That I like that he found a niche though, but he was still a high quality player too. I think he played in the G League as well too. It goes against LaMelo.
If those guys weren't running around in their own fucking shoes, blowing out their knees, if they just were like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go with what works. A $700 million sneaker deal. We don't need to be the new Ralph Lauren. We're gonna go with Nikes that don't blow out.
Totally.
These fucking guys, I swear to God, what's his nuts on the Bulls? It wouldn't need all those surgeries.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the Cam Ward Shedeur Chronicles, where he asked him, let's do a song together, right? And I'm not as worried about Shedeur as I would be about another. Let's just call it reprobate for argument's sake, a derelict.
Sure.
Not saying that he is. He's just, he's not he doesn't seem as serious as Cam Ward does. Because when he was asked that question, he's like, I'm literally a quarterback. Like I don't do anything else. I don't give a fuck about rapping. Where Shedeur's like, let's make a song. And
look, when I saw Shedeur on draft night, had built a set at his house with his own symbol, $ squared.
All right.
Squared. How dare you, sir? How dare you square the $sign?
He's definitely not his dad, but I agree with Randy. He is very talented, I actually think, and I think he has a lot of room to grow as well. I think he'll be a decent pro.
He was like the most accurate passer in college. I know he had Hunter and Jimmy Horn, all those guys at Colorado, but like,
let's talk about Coach Prime for a tick here.
Okay,
the man's dying. Like, let's get fucking real.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He now has a restroom on the sideline, sponsored by Depend. Respect that he got it sponsored.
Sick.
That's primetime shit. He had his bladder removed.
Yeah.
Got half a fucking foot. He has coached his sons to a very high level.
Yeah.
Do you give, knowing what he was going through in his life and how he might be on his victory lap, do you give him a little more leeway for being that intense with the Buffaloes? Are you like, oh, this is a dad who doesn't know how much time he has left, who's actually coaching his kids? He's got a sunglasses line he's trying to sell.
Yeah.
Like, do you give him a little bit more leeway now, knowing what he must have been going through?
Yeah, I think it's like awesome that, you know, like at the end of the day, like with Travis Hunter was also like considered like his like son too, right? No, they had good moments there, man. Like, I'm surprised he's still there though, with like these random kids. I thought he was just gonna leave after a couple of years, but yeah,
probably gives him purpose. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So
I actually really respect him because even during his playing career, he was playing obviously for the Braves and playing for Dallas, and he was excelling at both. Like, he's one of the, I would say he's probably top 3 greatest athletes of all time. Everybody says Bo Jackson, which maybe we can agree or disagree.
Put Dion in top 3 of all time.
But lots of people.
Have you ever seen his draft day footage where he's just dripped out in like 80s?
Well, yeah, he's got the Jerry.
He's
curl,
been like this since the jump. He didn't like.
This is who he is.
Yeah.
Well, okay, who is your guys' top 3 athletes of all time then? If he's not, also like,
ooh, okay. Are we doing? Can I put Woods in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Woods is probably in there for
Tiger
me.
Woods.
Absolutely, man.
Fuck, he's just good at golf. Who gives a shit?
But see, that's the question when it comes to who's the best athlete. Are we talking then you have to go to like who's the best decathlete, because all of a sudden you're doing 10. Find me another person who can do 10
Alexander Karelin. Okay.
No, okay, hold on. Before you get
like a Soviet Belarusian shot putter.
Before you get into this shit, in my opinion,
let's get fucking serious.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, like, you know, I agree with what he said. Like the decathlon, but I think the best athlete is playing a sport that doesn't correlate.
Yeah.
If
you're so good,
like, okay, if you're a good baseball player, you're like, look, anybody who watch this show, like, if you're a good baseball or golf, let's say you're a good golfer, you probably can swing the bat in baseball, right? It's all my buddies who are good golfers, they come play slow pitch, they still have that powerful space swing. When you're a good like soccer player and then you're a good like hockey player, it's like, do you know what I'm saying? You're good.
Peter Check.
Yeah, exactly. Peter
Check played goal in soccer, now he's playing goal in hockey.
Do you know how ridiculous that is? To be a hockey goalie and a soccer goalie? That's kind of correlated though. No, man. Hockey goalie, in my opinion, is the hard, other than quarterback, is the hardest position.
I think standing in front of a shot in hockey is the craziest thing in sports.
Yeah, I agree.
Being
you're
isolated
isolated.
is insane.
Yeah.
But getting a fucking puck to the dome and your head shatters.
Yeah. That's the thing about goalie in hockey. Like, you're isolated back there. Like, look at Skinner. Everybody just calls him a piece of shit. You know, like, everybody blames him for all this. Like, you know, like, it's like, think of the pressure that guy faces from Edmonton.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I play a little hockey, like, because we play at Nate, but I just fill in. We don't have any goal. I'm like the E-bug, right? And fuck, man, I gotta fucking play on my knees, man. Because I don't know.
I play goalie with player pants, and you guys should see my inner thighs. They're the same color.
That's the OnlyFans version.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, which we actually are launching OnlyFans. So just like,
my wrench will be out for next show for sure.
Anyways, who do you guys think is the best?
Okay. How about let's just do team sport for the fans' sake here. Okay, let's just do 3 team sport guys.
I'd put Connor in there, McDavid.
Okay, ahead of Wayne Gretzky.
No. I thought we were doing active players. No,
all time.
Oh, all time.
Yeah,
Connor McDavid.
I love it.
Wayne Gretzky. Tom Brady. Those are my 3.
I'm surprised the Moose wasn't your 3rd.
No, fuck that guy. Those are my 3.
Fuck the Moose.
Yeah. Wayne Gretzky, you can't deny. Connor McDavid, I'm picking with my heart, but he is definitely the best modern hockey player.
Yeah, no,
Hands
for sure.
down.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Glenski because of his Ukrainian heritage. We're united there.
Sure.
I was actually at a cabin this weekend at Pigeon Lake, at the Lucky Cabin, also a good Ukrainian family, and they had so many pictures of Gretzky sitting in their cabin, same fucking cabin that hasn't changed in 60 years, and Gretzky with his blonde mullet out
When he looked like Princess Diana,
right above your head.
He's with Vicky Moss. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. And Joey's there.
Yeah.
And he apparently he was always hitting on Ken Lucky's girlfriend.
Oh.
Shout out to Ken Lucky for sure. I'm gonna go Glenski, Barry Bonds number 2.
Wow. Pre or post Royd? Barry Bonds.
Post.
I see.
He's my favorite athlete.
Not when he
of all
came in
time.
small and left an XXL.
I don't like small. That's why I don't like Miles
It's
Sanders.
natural
Why
for your
are
head
you?
circumference to grow 30% in your 20s. It's natural.
Yeah.
It was probably
happens
his
to people.
30s when it happened.
It's even more
He was,
natural.
but even before that, he was extremely
He's a
great at what he did. He
yes.
probably could have gone the Hall of Fame before the rest of the BS.
I wish that everybody was on roids. I want these records to fall.
Yeah. Well, if you put Judge on roids, that would be fun. He'd
Terrifying.
be like 7 feet.
What about
He'd probably
Shohei
grow.
on roids?
Oh man,
The thing though is all the pitchers were on roids too, man.
Yeah, you know
Everybody
what?
was.
Right.
Yeah.
And the owners knew and the commissioner knew.
Fuck
And
yeah.
the only people that get in trouble are like
And
17
beers were
18
$6.
players.
Everybody was in the outfield in San Francisco catching dingers and canoes.
But you know, like
Oh,
look at
yeah.
baseball. Look at baseball from like let's say like 1996 to like
94 after the Montreal when they
Yeah.
had there's the lockout that baseball got in big trouble there and almost died. And the only reason they came back is because everybody hit
Exactly.
900 jacks every fucking game.
and then look at like so let's say like
Agreed.
96. Let's just say this is like or 94, whatever. It doesn't matter till like 2008 maybe. Let's say like fuck, baseball's bigger than the NFL, man. Baseball was massive,
back in the day. Oh
man.
yeah.
I
And
watched
now
every
nobody gives a shit about baseball, right? So
well,
like, the 90s, early 2000s baseball, that was the most popular sport, man. That was the
Yeah.
that was
it was like
pinnacle.
synonymous with wrestling, man.
Yeah, man.
Right? It was roids, naked chicks, stunners. It was fucking incredible.
Yeah,
man.
man.
The greatest time to ever be alive. Man.
Oh, my God.
96 to 2008.
that's
greatest
the
time
that's
to be
the
alive.
peak of the world right
When
there. man.
Edge was fucking leading WWE, and they were
That's the
actually having like the sex scene in the bed,
In the ring.
in the ring.
Bro, it was in the ring. They had it set up and everything. Vince was crazy back then.
And Mad Hart's like, Adam, I'm gonna kill you. Remember, he didn't even say Edge, right?
No,
and they literally fought. Well, Vince McMahon. I mean, I don't want to get too controversial because he's like raped a lot of women, obviously, but like,
There's some
man,
bad stories.
yeah, he made my childhood great. I mean, we might have to cut that out, but I mean, anyways,
We won't get too into it, but I'm gonna go Bonds. Okay, let's. I'm gonna go
So you're
Bonds.
Vince McMahon, R. Kelly.
No, my hero, you guys want to hear my
Dude.
heroes, man?
top 3 athletes, R. Kelly.
No, seriously, Vince McMahon. You know the Chris
Can we
crazy.
touch on Andrew Tate after this?
No, okay.
Oh.
You know what's crazy about Vince McMahon?
That's your favorite
He's
athlete. of all
literally
time.
just a combination of my grandpa and my dad. They look identical. My dad looks like Vince McMahon and Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's not
Really?
jacked, but just his face.
He's not jacked. Describe
and
Arnold
he-
Schwarzenegger
okay.
without using the word
No,
jacked.
my dad looks like Reggie Dunlop, Arnold, and Vince McMahon. If they all had sex, they've created my dad. So that's
That's your origin story.
no,
boy.
but this is a crazy thing. When I used to watch wrestling when I was like 7, 8 years old, Vince would come out. And it just kind of like I was looking at my grandpa and my dad. So
Huh.
he kind of just felt like I was at home with this guy, you know. Like
yeah, no,
vibe.
I like.
Anyways, yeah. No,
it's hard to separate the artist from the art. You know what I mean? I believe I can fly. It slaps.
it's a great song.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Ignition.
Yes.
The remix.
Now, when you look at R. Kelly lyrics, he's been leaving us clues.
He did. Yeah.
Okay.
He let us know who he was, and we changed.
Yeah.
Okay, have you guys ever seen when R. Kelly goes to
Oh, when he goes to Africa.
yeah, where is it though?
It's like in Uganda.
No. It's
No, dude, it's in Uganda.
no.
It's Uganda Fest 2012. That's what it was, man.
Ethiopia.
Is this what he's asking?
Ethiopia.
Who has
Ethiopia.
your passport?
Yeah. He's like, did you get your shots? Do you want to come with Rob to America? And then like the background's here,
America.
it's like
They've been leaving clues the whole time,
shit,
guys.
this is good.
Yeah.
You know what? My buddy from Ethiopia, Simon, I sent him every New Year, so it's like kind of like a fucking thing I do. But
have you ever seen the Aaliyah album cover for Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, and R. Kelly's in the back leaning against the wall, like rubbing his hands together? Like, I'm going to show you right now. You're like, oh, you know what? I'm actually not shocked at all. This guy.
oh man.
Yeah. Okay. So let's while Wanye is picking out the album cover, who's your top 3?
Just best team sport
Team
athlete?
sport athletes.
Well,
yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Okay.
I know it's like a boring.
No,
pick.
no.
This is the thing. If Michael, like, let's just say Michael Jordan's on your team for 20 years, no injuries, like you're gonna win a championship. That's
our show. That's R. Kelly, executive producing, married, I think, to Aaliyah at the time, who was
he was like 10.
But they're like, oh, let's just put that out as an album cover.
Yeah, damn.
You know, he was leaving clues,
Yeah.
a breadcrumb trail.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, anyways, I back to Bonds. No, his 4 years there, 2000 to 2004, I believe it was. Like, there's never been an athlete that good at any sport at any time in the history of the world.
And there never will be. It's
Tiger Woods' aggregate scores in majors. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Where he's like 100.
He's like minus 283, and every other guy's like minus
Par.
2.
You know,
Yeah.
Scheffler,
Like,
though, like statistically was on par almost with him in this year. If you
it's
like,
just the
guys like that kind of
longevity.
stuff.
I just think when you're gambling perspective, because that's what really this show is about. When you're even against a field or minus 110 against a field of 140 other professionals, that's insane.
Really
Tiger
fucking
Woods
good.
has to be in the conversation. That's ridiculous.
well, yeah,
his injuries coming from wanting to be a Navy SEAL and then driving around geeked out on what knows who.
Yeah.
It's crazy that
and
that's
still
what ended his
winning
career.
and beating guys in 2019 in the Masters as an old injured man. Just
And what
speaks
did him in?
volumes, man.
That there was a Perkins between his house and the private jet airport. That's what did him in the end.
Yeah.
He would stop in there for a side dish, if you know what I'm saying, right? For a side dish of Perkins. You
I
know what
remember.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm talking about sex.
Yeah, no, team sport, Bonds for sure. Like, I mean, that run he had is just like, it's just so ridiculous. It'll never be matched, like ever, man.
Ever.
Like how
It's
many
not possible.
his on base was 609.
No, I think it was 62% on
No,
base.
I know all
So it
his
was
stats.
6 well,
He's
you know
like
what, it
my
was
favorite
609.
athlete. 609. It was like
609.
the most like, do you know how
61% of his at bats, he ends up on base.
Yeah.
Do you know how
Insane.
ridiculous that
That
is?
is beyond
It's
insane.
beyond insane. You guys also have to remember he's playing at San Francisco. He isn't playing at fucking.
It's the worst
Yankee.
hitters ballpark in the world.
This guy literally, if they said so. What was that?
I actually found a nerd online that actually took his stat, because StatCast hasn't been around, but they've had some statistics to figure out which balls would have been home runs and which wouldn't have been. They took his Colorado quote unquote stats. I think in his best season, he had 92 home runs. I think it was 178 RBIs, and he hit like 408.
If he would have played at home in Colorado,
It was
those
like
years.
the most egregiously
because
I don't
he
even know
was
if
he was
egregiously is a word. That's how
launching
crazy
those
it was.
home runs in the Bay at night, man. That's
It's
almost
crazy.
impossible. Like,
Yeah, that you're
It's-
sea level,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
It's
winds
crazy.
blowing in all the time at
Yep.
night, and it's cold in San Francisco at night, and
Big time.
he's hitting it to the big part of the ballpark, 430, man.
What could he do?
Crazy that
What
they
could
could
he
do
do in
in
Boston though? Boston's got the short porch out in right
Yeah.
field. That's where he pulls.
Yeah.
He would have.
oh my god,
Like
It-
he's
it
going
could've been
over.
anywhere.
He's going over everything in
Yeah.
San Fran.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that in
No.
Boston.
No,
I mean,
if he was hitting, like, even if he played for the
Yankee.
Jays or
or
any,
Yankee.
Yankees like 308 or whatever the corner. Like, I mean, that's
Where do you put Shohei in these baseball conversations?
I think
You know
he's
what?
slightly ahead of McDavid for me personally.
But like in the baseball goat conversations.
He's gonna.
Too early.
This is the
we
thing-
could have a whole
too
segment.
early.
About him.
you know what the thing, it's too early, but let's just like obviously just be hypothetical and say he stays kind of around the same that he's been. The problem with him is like I said, think how I know he's already a massive celebrity, but like think in the 90s, a guy from Japan is like Babe Ruth. You have to think Nintendo and all that shit. That was all Japan stuff. Right?
Totally.
Back in the day. If Shohei Ohtani was
baseball is Shohei Ohtani baseball.
If Shohei Ohtani was born 1965, he may have been the biggest human being in the world. Ever. He might have been the most famous human being on.
My
Earth.
favorite thing about him is how it's like, oh, his agents are his interpreters. First of all, there's nobody allowed an interpreter in a press conference. He's basically running the bases with them.
Yeah,
and they're just like, we don't know what's going on. Like, you see how he's interfering in a real estate deal, like Puerto Rico. What the fuck?
Through the grapevine, like. I mean, this guy is the derelict of the derelict.
He's the biggest D. He might be the biggest. He might be the biggest D-gen in sports.
He was doing the betting.
Well, no shit.
No, but if you have season tickets to Ducks hockey on ESPN 9, then you know what. Yeah, if you're at Ducks hockey and it looks like you have $1 million, in which he did. You're
if you've under six and darks. I was going to say darks and sharks, ducks and sharks. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy, man.
He's playing in Japan. Yeah. He is the highest paid player in Japanese baseball is insane.
Massive,
for squeezing the life out of every single kid.
Yeah.
He's been throwing pitches around the clock since he was 7 years old.
But then
he's the highest paid player, and he gives all his money to his parents and says, I want an allowance.
Yeah.
Then says, I don't need the allowance because I'm living in dorms. The only outlet this guy has is betting on sports.
Probably, yeah.
I swear, the only thrill he can get out of life probably is betting on shit.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what? Matt, how much money do you think that interpreter got to sit down in prison for 8 years?
Man, it's highly questionable, man. It's like it's how much in Kate's bought McDavid for?
Well, 100 mil?
It's questionable, man. Probably close to. Why wouldn't you? But why wouldn't you? That's
sit
the
down
question.
If you're e-paid?
And if you're the translator, it's like I'll sit in the hole because when I come out, the amount of I was going to say hookers and blow, but I mean like whatever you want, man, you have right.
Yeah.
And you're also Ohtani's,
the deferred money from Ohtani. He's going to be when you get out. He's just starting to get paid for his Dodgers.
Yeah. He's not going to be in there that long.
I don't think he will either.
He'll be out of there in no time. Exactly. No one's going to know. No. Nobody knew he wasn't even in.
Yeah.
They came out a while ago that, he's supposed to be in jail 3 months ago. He's just, I don't know.
The investigators come, they're like, we think you did it. And he's like, I can hit a home run 600 yards. Like, we think your interpreter did it.
He'll do like a year, man.
Yeah, he's very special.
But pure baseball, like, I mean, you could argue, like, just like it's just hypothetical, like, who's better than him at baseball? Nobody, ever.
No, I mean, between the pitch, obviously, he's had injuries,
with
but like
pitching and hitting, like,
I don't know if he comes back to be the pitcher he was when he started.
I don't think so either.
But I mean, you look at his stolen bases, man. He's stealing 40 bags too, man.
He's an athlete,
and he's big.
Yep. Oh yeah,
I'm serious. You're right, Randy. If he was born in 1968, he would have eclipsed
Michael Jordan, any of those guys,
everybody.
Man.
He would have been the biggest athlete maybe in the history of the world.
And if he was born in 1928, he'd have been in the war.
Yeah. That Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Like,
no, he is.
So you better shoot that 9-foot guy right over there. That guy's fucking huge.
Take him down first.
He is everything, and he's a good-looking guy too.
He is.
If he was ugly and 5'10", then maybe not as much. But he's
he's everything.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, if hypothetically,
Okay, well, this will be a good wrap up for the first one, boys.
Yeah.